Welcome to Lakeshow Podcast, presented by Jack in the Box. It's a weekly deep dive into the biggest stories and topics surrounding the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm Allie Clifton, joined by my Spectrum SportsNet co-host, Chris McGee, and our Laker insider, Mike Bresnahan. And I'm so glad to be here with the both of you.
We were just looking at the first few games. By the way, it's the Magic, then the Clippers. So they go Denver, Phoenix, at Sac, next night home against the Magic, then the Clippers 2 days later. That's a crazy 5 games right there.
And then they start a road trip where they play at Miami, at Orlando.
Michael Bresnahan is right.
I mean,
So we'll be done with the Magic in the first
Back to the Magic. You're back to Orlando.
week.
2 very fast games against them.
Miami.
Yeah.
At Phoenix. At Houston. Grizzlies at home. Trailblazers.
A little roadie.
Interesting.
Quickly.
First 10 games there, guys.
So we're basically going to reflect on the preseason because
Yes.
the game is tonight.
Because the real season starts tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Next
Whenever this
week's
drops.
pod, we'll have some games under our belt.
Yes.
Yeah, probably 3 or 4, right?
So having
let you
said
know.
that,
I'll take that.
we're going to start with LeBron, who enters season 21, in case you've been living under a rock.
That's exciting.
In the National Basketball Association. This is LeBron's 6th season with the Lakers, believe it or not. He only played 4 seasons in Miami. Bron, more than anyone, knows the expectations in LA are higher than ever. Take a listen.
When I came here, I felt like I didn't want to just be here just for a short stint. I came here with the notion that I wanted to help this franchise get back to the postseason. And I think before I got here, I don't think they had made it in the last 5 or 6 postseasons. And be able to put another one of those Larry O'Brien trophies back in Jeannie Buss' office. And I was able to do that. Everything else has been extra credit for me. You know, as far as my personal goals, I want to continue to win. I want to continue to add on to that. I want to continue to hopefully move one of those Larry O'Brien trophies to the side and put another one up. But I don't, to the point of how I've become a Laker or whatever the case may be, that's for everybody else. But for me, I know my job has been this franchise is always going to be relevant, but also just more relevant in the basketball sense on the floor. You know, we've done that since I got here.
Ron, this is obviously nothing new to you, being in the league for 21 years, but throughout the playoff, your name was in Dylan Brooks' mouth, and Malone's mouth, and various guys' mouth. Do you ever, at what point do you draw the line and feel the need to respond to stuff, and at what point are you just like, this is all, I'll let my resume speak for myself?
I don't know. There will be a time. When that time is, I don't know. I don't know if it's now or there will be a time. There will be a time when everybody will get it, for sure.
There will be a time when everybody will get it. That is for sure.
I did hear that sound. I'd heard that when that went down. I saw that on the old Twitter, I believe.
Yeah.
You're going to get yours is what that means. Do you like the new sexy mic stands that we have?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
actually do.
I had a feeling you guys might like them.
Less work by
Hands
us.
free.
Yeah, it's great.
When asked if we wanted these or not, I said yes. I voted yes.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 3 yeses. Why not?
How
I'm
do
not
you
saying
feel?
no. If you say yes, we're on board.
Do
How do
you
you
dislike
feel
them,
about
Pete?
it?
If you say yes, I'm on board 100%.
Are
No
you?
dummy.
Are you?
Yeah.
Allie kind of leads the newsroom here, I would say. At
You think
Spectrum
I got
Sportsnet.
here being stupid? I fooled everyone along the way.
Well, then how do you explain the 3 arguments that we've had in the 6 years? Because along with LeBron, I've been here
Why do
also
you keep
for 6
upping
years.
it in argument? When did the second and third happen? I kind of know the first because you've told me, but when was the third?
That's where you struggle, to not read between the lines, to not just pay attention to my mood, to not just be more about the details. Having said that, did LeBron check all the boxes for y'all in the preseason? 3 games.
He did for me, Michael Bresnahan. He played in 3 games like he said he was going to play.
What more
I
do you
saw the
want?
downhill, bodying guys, laying it up and in. I even saw a game where he hit a couple threes in a row. I think he was 3 of 5 one game for 3. He did it all.
I was like, wait a minute, I didn't see him go down the lane and dunk. These are from last year.
These are not from preseason.
That's regular season LeBron.
Hey, listen, he's always going to ramp up, right? Like this, he's not showing us everything he's got. And I wouldn't be surprised if in game 1 on Tuesday night, October 18th. No, what are we at? 24th, sorry. That was a week. I was thinking of CIF playoffs a week ago when they started. My bad. You know where my head's at. October 24th, he will dunk at some point. Remember, like his first game against the Lakers, like his first pass.
It was a big
He's
deal.
going to have some sort of dunk to just let everyone know, like, it's year 21, and if you thought I wasn't going to be raging, you're wrong. And I think he throws one down tomorrow. That's the only prediction I'm giving because there's no point in predicting anything on this podcast.
I was going to say, give me one celebrity you think will be in attendance.
Oh, celebrity in Denver?
Yeah.
Javonte Williams from the Broncos.
Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Peyton Manning.
Good call.
5
Peyton
years
Manning.
ago.
We're just trying to throw out football names. I don't think it's going to be like a movie star there.
John Elway.
Peyton's,
Do you know who that is?
Peyton's pretty
Allie?
big. And it's not Monday
John
night.
Elway, yes, I do.
Okay.
I could see Peyton.
Yeah.
There's a commercial on CNBC. That
It is ring night.
It is ring night. There's a commercial on CNBC that drives me absolutely nuts. It's for like a luxury jetliner. Like you can, it's like Uber for luxury jets, and which is interesting. You know, they're obviously catering to a high end crowd. And there's this little like 5-year-old boy, and he says to his dad, "Hey, Dad, it's John Elway." There is no way that a 5-year-old kid, even if he lives in Denver, even if he's a Broncos fan, has any idea who John Elway is. John Elway stopped playing like 20-something years ago.
So you're getting an inside look at what bothers Brez.
It really does. So he might be at the game, but 5-year-old kids don't know who he is.
You want to know a fun
That's
fact?
Sad.
Yeah.
He might be at the game, though.
You want to know a fun fact about the last 5 NBA champions?
Hold on.
This actually is not fun if you are that
So
champion.
Warriors are in there. Toronto's in there. Lakers are in there, right?
They're all in North America.
Milwaukee's in there. And Denver. Or I already say them.
Okay, you ready?
Fun fact, yeah, because I'm pretty clueless and don't care.
That NBA champion failed to make the conference finals the next year.
Next year.
How about that?
Interesting.
Interesting, right?
So maybe Denver has a
I'm
little
not saying
step back.
that tomorrow's outcome will have any indication of where Denver will be but
Man, barring
Interesting.
injury, it just seems very tough to not see a world where Denver. Well, I mean, you're right. They could get to the second round and lose for sure, but like where they're not going to be good. I was thinking they wouldn't even get into the playoffs, but
yeah.
Western Conference Finals is still final 2 in the West, which is going to be an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to make the playoffs, no matter how good you are.
Right. In terms of how the Lakers line up, because we now know that Taurean Prince will be the starter on opening night.
Yeah.
That rounds out your first 5.
Willie, even with the
Obviously-
Finally we know.
let me just throw one thing. Even with the size of Denver, is that what we're pretty sure they'll go with? Or did you already say?
He did say.
Darvin
Okay.
hinted yesterday,
Gotcha.
Saturday at practice. Not hinted, he basically confirmed it for everyone that Torian's the guy. Vanderbilt he played one preseason game. It was like,
And they're not 100% sure he'll be ready. Actually.
It was
no.
almost 3 weeks ago that he played Vanderbilt. So, got to get a practice in your belt. The last practice was this morning. And Darvin, it's Torian. In fact, we even talked to him. I asked him after practice today. I said, "Hey, man, how cool was it that you were named the 5th starter?" He said, "Yeah, worked hard and excited to be here. All the things you'd expect, like a guy who just got named a starter to say." So we'll see what he can do. Does a little bit of everything.
He's also a 9th-year guy that started before, so it's not like he's going to come out and go, "Oh my God, it's the greatest day of my life."
Yeah.
It's not. He's
So, in fact, someone asked him a question like, "Hey, how did this preseason compare?" And he's like, "Seen a lot.
Yeah.
It was cool. It's chill. He's a vet. That's exactly what he is."
It's one of the rare, really big teams you're going to play with just length. Michael Porter Jr., right? And Gordon
with the vert.
Djokovic. So I think Jackson Hayes and Christian Wood are going to play a role. Have to.
Wouldn't that be something?
Have to.
Yeah.
It's a big team.
Rui.
Rui had a lot of success with Denver last year. So
I asked a couple players today. I said, "Okay, a lot of chatter, and Darvin too. A lot of chatter from the Nuggets after they won it all, and everyone kind of brushed it off except Darvin. He's like, well, here's the deal. We're not using it to try to beat the Denver Nuggets tomorrow. We're thinking we need to just beat everybody, as many people as we can.
Yeah.
So they're saying publicly that all the chatter and all the talk from Denver hasn't affected them. I don't know.
Who's saying that?
The Darvin and a couple of the players.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother us. Now, if the Lakers win tomorrow, maybe we'll hear something different. And or on Tuesday if they win. But,
I just think, I don't know, man. You're always the team that knocks you out is the team that knocks you out. Like, you can't turn back the clock. You can't take their ring away from them. They eliminated you from going to the finals. So that is going to wear on these guys literally for the rest of their lives. They're not going to forget that series. You're always going to be pissed. So your first chance at like beating them doesn't make up for losing in the conference finals. Absolutely not. But yeah, I mean, it burns inside of them for sure. I mean, but it's not I don't think it's a huge story. I just think they want to win bad. They want nothing more than to ruin ring night. Nothing more. But Denver has the ring. So Denver 0-1, 1-0. Denver doesn't care. They're going on to the next game. But it matters to the Lakers. It doesn't mean anything to Denver. Denver won the title.
Yeah.
They're literally getting a ring. Win or lose, they're 1-0, 0-1, and there's 81 more games.
And it's going to be a
but
great
it'll
night.
feel good for Lakers,
Right.
us, fans, a little redemption. It doesn't mean anything. Does not mean one thing moving forward. You still have 81 more in one game. But it matters to those guys in that locker room. Lakers guys, for sure.
You know what headline I'll laugh at tomorrow if the Lakers win? Lakers avenge West Conference
they
Finals
don't.
loss.
They don't.
No.
It feels good, though.
But they are. Yeah, it feels good, and you're 1-0.
Yep.
And you won a tough against a tough road team or a tough home team.
Yeah.
So yeah, that
Beat
could
the
happen.
champs.
I think
it matters.
too.
Champs. Yeah,
We talk
absolutely.
about it a lot, but I think the unique element to all of that was that a lot of the trash talk came from the head coach.
In LeBron and AD, and those guys are way too smart
Yeah.
to at a scrum say, yeah, that actually bothered us, and we texted, and I mean, they kind of said it, but like they're not going to say anything right now. But they heard everything.
Oh yeah,
And I'm sure they were like, "What the bro, what?" Like
they were pretty
act
open.
like you've been here before. Go win your championship. We're done. You beat us.
Yeah.
But it just kept coming back, and then the parade. You bet it burns
parade.
them. You bet it.
They actually-
Dude, those guys don't forget.
Yeah, they talked about it a lot on media day.
Yeah.
A lot of those guys. Austin Reeves talked about it.
They don't forget,
They don't forget.
and they shouldn't.
right.
And Denver can try to say, "Oh, we've moved." Of course you did.
Right. But so privately, you know, it's fueling them. But publicly today after
sure.
practice, they played it cool. They're like,
For
"You know,
sure.
no, we
for
just,
sure.
you know, we're not.
Because at the end of the day, it is just game one, right? Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
can't overhype a game one. It's already hyped enough.
Right.
It's friggin' ring night. It's opening up the NBA, and it's Denver Lakers, and they eliminated us, and they talk smack, and so it's already like organically through the roof. So I don't think the Lakers need to like stoke that fire. I think they actually have to focus on the job at hand and win this freaking game.
Here's AD.
Win the game, so then we can talk our smack.
Touche.
There you go.
Here's AD most recently on the opening night matchup.
They're the ones, who knocked us out. Not only knocked us out, but swept us in the West Conference Finals. So that's always going to be a thing now, for us for this season to, take those matchups a little bit more personal. But it's fun. I mean, ring night for them. So you always want to spoil a ring night. But we can't put too much into it. Like it's one game. But it's going to be a fun night. They made some changes. We made some changes. So, I'm pretty sure they'll be ready just like we will on the 24th.
You guys like that sound?
Well,
I do.
I do. I'm going to just pitch it to you, Brez, because there's your answer right there.
That's it.
Right? Like, I'm excited to see how AD comes out tomorrow. I think it's bothered AD and LeBron probably more than other guys because, like, bro, we're who we are in this league, like top 75.
Yeah.
LeBron's
Champions as well.
all-time scoring, four-time champ. What it's not like when they beat him in the bubble, they talk smack, and So it was interesting that the Lakers were still being talked about after they won the finals when they weren't even in the finals with them. So there's your answer.
And let's not forget Mike Malone mentioned or didn't mention LeBron by name, but made fun of him thinking about retiring.
And they're tight.
Yeah.
Right?
Were. Well, I'm just kidding. I don't know if they
No,
are.
I'm saying, like,
assuming that.
Well, I think that's
At one point they were. Sure.
part of it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's my guy, and he just took a shot at me or whatever. And
Yeah.
maybe they text and have fun with it. Who knows? But, like, still, it's part of it.
Absolutely.
I feel like the sun is shining still. That Instagram post from LeBron didn't necessarily speak that we are tight still or we're friends, but that's just total interpretation.
I'm excited to see how AD comes out tomorrow. He didn't listen. AD was phenomenal in that series. In the playoffs. In that series, he was up and down. He had an unbelievable game, but remember, he had a game where if he played better, Lakers win. It was in Denver. I forget if it was game 1 and 2, but he didn't. He just didn't have and Jokic was just the MVP of that series when AD was the MVP of the series the last time they had played them. I am so intrigued to see AD's kind of inner fire and burn going into that game because I believe that's what drove him this entire summer. He's acted different, Bryce, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Darvin Ham said, back around media day, he's seen how much leaner AD is this year, as far as he looks good. He's got better bounce. And on a personal note, Allie, back to fantasy sports for a minute. I'm in 2 fantasy leagues. It's going to cost me about $400 this year. Both my picks in the first round, guess who I took? Anthony Davis. Because I believe he's going to have that good of a year to help me win some money, Allie.
You ended up getting him with the 15th pick? You told us the other day. Did you have the 15th pick?
No, 10th I got him with.
You got him 10th.
Yeah, 10th and 8th is what I got him with.
Is this the 8 a.m. draft that a former employee here had?
8 a.m.
So
on
stupid?
Saturday. I mean, come on, dude. We have stuff to do. I mean, 8 a.m. You have kids. You're not even up at 8 a.m. on Saturday.
You know what?
That day
Sometimes
you were.
it's a day to
Geeter
sleep
is
in.
never not up at 8 a.m.
Listen, no, I will tell you this. Sometimes you get to sleep in a little bit. Depends on the day. That was Sunday this time. Sunday.
Still up in time for football, though.
Yeah. Oh, no, I set the alarm.
Yeah.
But the rest of the house is asleep. I set the alarm. If I'm not up by 7:20 on a Sunday morning, I'm freaking out. I pop up, I go get my coffee. So by 7:30, I got the shows are on, I got the lineups out, and I got all kinds of stuff going on.
How many fantasy football leagues are you in? 3?
Don't worry about that. That's none of your business.
That's
That's absolutely none of your business. That is none of your business.
that's real.
What?
That's like a routine.
Got the computer, I got the TV on for the fantasy shows, but then I'm also I'm in a bunch of pools, so I got to make sure my picks are all in. Then you got to go to the FanDuel League. You got to go your daily, and then you got to go to your others. You got to see who's out, who's in, who's not. You got to call your buddies. You got to talk.
Don't whistle.
So I'm saying.
Having said that.
Yeah. So yeah, you're up at 7. I got to be up. I got to be out. I got to be 2.5 hours before I'm freaking out.
You know how small the South Bay is?
Pretty
I almost
small.
hit Geeter on the road walking with his hood up yesterday because he was watching NFL on his phone, not
watching
paying
Red Zone.
attention to any of the traffic that was going on
was not
around
paying
him
attention.
as he was walking to go watch the
don't-
NFL
It
on
was
9 different televisions.
10:04 a.m. and I was watching opening kickoffs on Red Zone, walking into
In his sweats,
my
hood
buddies
up,
who lives
slippers
across
on.
from RJ, she was in her car talking to RJ, and I saw them. They almost ran me over.
I would have ran you over if I had not been paying attention because you weren't paying attention because you were on your phone watching NFL football as you were
She
preparing.
rolled down the window. She goes, and Rich was heckling me about something. We play each other next week, but we were going at it, and she was like, "Is this really what you do?" She was so
I was
thrown
both
off.
of you. I'm like, is this what you guys
"Is
do?
this what you guys do?" She's like, "Yeah."
Like, get out of my car. I need to go to the pumpkin patch.
Yeah.
Having said that,
Is that your new car, Allie, or was that the old one?
old one.
Okay. Just checking.
I did just get pulled over in the new one though.
What? For what?
That's for another day.
Let's just say this: as many fantasy leagues as I'm in, it cannot cover 1 month of the car payment.
Shut up. The latest. That was
Insurance
a
on
bad
that
word.
thing must be through the roof.
The latest on the Lakers just issued. Jalen Hood-Schifino, right patella contusion, will miss at least the opening week of his rookie season. He'll be reevaluated November 3rd. So he will not be available, obviously, in Denver. And Jared Vanderbilt is officially ruled out by the Lakers tomorrow in Denver, dealing with that heel soreness.
One moves the needle for me, one doesn't. And I don't mean to be rude by that. I'm just saying, like,
Correct.
Hood Schifino's not part of the plans for this season. I like why hope he does well when he gets an opportunity and whatever. Vanderbilt's going to be needed.
What are you two snickering about over there? Oh, they're laughing at us. How do you guys
Bergen
feel?
being funny in your ear over there?
Bergen? What are you saying?
Brian Bergen is our director, and he's
The
apparently
snicker came when you
apparently
said
he's
move the
talking
needle.
about us to them without us
Yes.
hearing.
And-
I
yep.
think
and they're
that's
But these two
That's
don't have
the
a
rude
poker
part.
face.
That's the
Therefore,
part
you
that I
are
don't
cocked.
respect.
We know who can't keep a
Suns
secret.
fans.
if you're going to heckle,
Can't trust them.
Justin.
do it in the guy's ear.
We are not going to repeat that. Lakeshore fans, remember, you can be a part of the show each week. Feel free to tweet us.
Amazing.
Send us your questions and comments. We love to hear from you.
how's
We're
your
going to take
father?
a quick break when we come back. How'd the Eagles do this weekend?
Show's off the rails.
Bucket or brick. Welcome back to the Lake Show podcast presented by Jack in the Box. If you're enjoying the show, you can check out more original podcasts from our Spectrum News journalists on the Spectrum News app. Just head to the podcast section to listen to the latest episodes. You can download the Spectrum News app on the App Store or Google Play.
Oh, chair yoga from Gita. Geeter.
A
What are you
little
talking?
stretching over here.
Gita.
What?
Gita.
Gita.
Gita. Gita.
Gita.
Peter. Geeter Peter.
Is that what they call me back east, Gita?
Gita. In Worcester.
That's what Soho Yoga Tiffany calls you, Peter. All right, time for Round a Bucket or Brick, presented by Jack in the Box. Number 1, D'Angelo Russell was someone who impressed in the preseason. Of course, he talked about not playing himself off the floor, being a liability on defense. Bucket or Brick, D'Lo will back up his words this season.
Want to go first? You want me to go first?
Go ahead.
I'm going to ask you a question before I go bucket or brick.
Okay.
Is this an option? Does he have an option on next year's contract?
He sure does.
Bucket.
Bucket.
He is going to play his best this season. There's money involved.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, just listening to him, really rededicated himself to the game of basketball. Admitted that he didn't really always take preseasons too seriously. This year he did, and it showed. Taking charges from big men, blocking shots,
Trapping guys in the corner on an
trapping
inbound
in the corner. I mean, D'Lo. I mean, man.
He was awesome.
And I don't think it's a secret. He didn't get what he was seeking in the open market. Fred VanVleet moved right away to Houston. That took up a lot of money down there.
He went on that podcast, Patrick Beverly, and talked about being disrespected.
Yeah. I mean, look, $17 million is still a very nice sum for 99.99%. But, he was coming down from 30, and he was hoping to land in the mid-20s this upcoming season, and it did not happen. So he's got 17 this year and an option for about 18 next year.
Bucket.
We'll see how it goes. Absolute bucket, though. He's going to back up his words.
Okay. Another guy who has impressed in the preseason, Jackson Hayes. Bucket or brick, Hayes has solidified a spot in the rotation.
Yeah, I'll go first. I'm going to bucket this. Christian Wood, I thought he'd be a little more advanced at this point in the rotation. Like, wow, this guy can really do a lot. I think part of it was he had no idea where he's going to be till a few weeks before training camp. So I think we'll see more from him as the season goes on. But right now, Jackson Hayes absolutely filling that void of the backup 5. I mean, what more can you say? The guy's just look at these highlights, just pure energy, just an absolute human pogo. And that was a nice pass right there. Look at that, Vanderbilt. That must be from the opener. Vando shooting a 3. Pretty
Even at
defensively,
full
too.
strength, I still think he's top 9.
Okay.
Even with Vando and... So I'm going to bucket it. I think he's in the rotation.
Your finger roll.
For now.
Okay.
For now.
For now.
Yeah.
Back-to-back years, the Lakers have to play the NBA champion to open the season. Bucket or brick, it's time to stop scheduling the Lakers on ring night.
I think Brez has mentioned this. I believe he gets to go first.
It's just dumb.
He thinks it's disrespectful now.
Yeah. I mean, come on. Two years in a row, you're the roadkill for the home team, winning the celebrating their banner and their rings. Come on, that's ridiculous.
I am going to disagree to agree. I'm going to respect yours, but I'm going to disagree. I actually think that it's because they're the Lakers. I think there is a respect to that. Yeah, does it suck? But I'm going to be honest, if they weren't playing on opening night, I would find that more as a disrespect.
Me too.
That's the only thing.
I think he's saying
so I agree with what you're saying,
team
but
with the ring.
Yeah, can't they go to Golden State or to Phoenix?
They could, but think of the draw, which is where I actually thought that it was kind of a mess up, because if you were the Nuggets, you're already going to get the draw. I understand it's for storylines and television when you put Lakers Nuggets together, but think of what you could have had 2 big nights, because you could have done opening night, which you're going to draw anyways because of the ring ceremony, and then you could have played the Lakers like 2 games later and got such a big draw anyways because it's Lakers Nuggets.
Yeah.
But I agree with but I still think, I'm like, it's the Lakers. They have to play.
This was a fun line of questioning that Brad Turner from the LA Times and I had at practice today. And again, we were my standard question was, to all these guys, Denver, very chatty during the offseason, starting as soon as they won the championship. How's that going to make a mark on the game tomorrow? And it actually led to a fun kind of back and forth with D'Angelo Russell, who was like, you're asking the wrong guy. And
you went viral again, by the way.
Who did?
You did.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't even know
this
these
question
things.
to D'Lo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would happen?
Then Brad Turner jumped in, and he's like, come on, man. I mean, the NBA, they scheduled this game for a reason. And D'Lo was like, well, yeah, probably, but I'm not gonna take that bait.
Yeah.
But it's true. I mean, the NBA is not stupid.
Yeah.
They understand all the chatter back and forth in the last few months. Yeah, the Lakers draw LeBron, AD, and a really good cast around them. Yeah, and they're the Lakers. I mean, it's just, Allie, like when they were winning championships with Shaq and Kobe, the NBA wouldn't dream. First of all, they'd host the ring night, right? But the NBA wouldn't dream, if they lost in like the conference finals one year, of sending them on the road to the champion And it's just kind of evolved over the years. Like, well, all right, I guess this is what happens. I guess if the Lakers win the title this season, then they'll have someone hopefully that they vanquished in the finals or in the semifinals come here to LA.
Will you read me the exact question so I can bucket or brick it?
Back-to-back
like what
years,
Brett
the
said.
Lakers have to play the NBA champion to open the season. Bucket or break, it's time to stop scheduling the Lakers on ring night. Does not say on the road.
Brick, because they're winning the title next year.
There you
Going to
go.
be at home on ring night, so we're not done.
We're not done.
Scheduling
You don't
not
want anyone
finished.
to pull that from the archives. All right, this is a fun one. Trivia. The Lakers have not won a season opener since 2016. Bucket or brick, you can name
Shut
three.
the front door. Wait, they have not what?
They have not
7
won
years.
a season opener since 2016.
How?
That's get your mic together and those sexy stands.
That sucks.
Okay, that's not even the question.
We suck.
Listen,
Yeah. What?
we.
6 in a row?
Who is we? You got a mouse in your pocket? Listen, get it together. For
6
1
in a row.
second. Bucket or brick, you can name.
I'm the face you see in that postgame show the minute we lose, Allie.
I know, people get excited. Bucket or brick, you can name 3 Lakers starters from that game, opening night in 2016.
I can. Wait, time out. I can't. Because hold on, was that Byron's year or Luke's? Was that Luke's
I don't
first
know.
year?
Figure it out.
Luke was
So Kobe's gone already. Kobe retired a few months before that.
no. I
No,
see. You know,
no
Byron was
hints.
the coach or Luke was the coach.
No hints.
Hold on, let me do my
Okay.
math.
Okay. I
No
think I
hints.
got some.
They got to figure it out.
Julius Randle. Ding, 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 ding.
Are you bucketing or bricking?
Oh,
You can name at least 3.
I'm gonna brick because I think I got Julius.
Julius, yes.
18, and 19. Yes, it was Luke's first year.
Okay, you got Julius.
Okay, well then give me 3.
Nick Young.
Nick Young, 2. Yep.
Okay. Now it gets really, really tough.
Oh,
This is
man.
a great question. Trainer, damn.
I want to say didn't we win Luke's first game?
Yeah,
did.
We
that was
just
the last time.
said
Yeah,
that.
against Houston. Sorry, I wasn't listening. Was it Houston?
Was it their ring night?
Literally said, sorry, I
Kidding.
wasn't
It
listening.
was Houston. Boom. Man, D'Angelo Russell.
Correct.
Wow, that's right. He was drafted.
There's
Yeah.
2 more.
Nice
I bet
job.
you guys can't get them.
No, I'm going to get him.
Jordan Hill was gone by then, so I'm not going to go with him.
Do not.
Mozgov.
Mozgov and
But
Dang.
the trainer. Timo.
I just
okay.
needed a minute. In
Was it
Luol
both
Deng.
those guys, Trey?
Yep, and Luol Deng.
No, that's amazing.
Wow, you guys really struggled.
Wow.
But you got there. All right.
Wow.
Did you both brick yourselves? Did you guys not bet on yourselves in that moment?
I
Tells me-
came up with
No,
2.
we didn't bucket or
I couldn't
brick.
get a third.
He bricked.
I bricked it.
All
I
right.
kicked the thing over because we lost
How
7
about
in a row.
this? Last one.
Keep breaking equipment.
Shaq posted on
fellas
X,
got pissed
should
'cause I
Robert
kicked that
Horry be in the Hall of Fame?
Hell yes.
Shaq captioned the photo saying the answer is hell MF. I was really going to say that out loud. Yes, and yes, I'm yelling. Rob responded saying, coming from you, Shaq, that's my Hall of Fame moment. Bucket or brick, time to get Big Shot in the Hall. Yo, if Robert Horry goes to the Hall of Fame, can we all go? And
Can we
party
give
like
his
rock stars?
presentation speech?
Well, I think if you get invited.
We have to be invited?
Well, I know Luke and his wife got invited by Powell, bought tickets and went. So I think if Rob gets inducted, he can invite you and you can go. I'm almost positive.
Do you want to go?
If Rob goes in, we're
Yeah.
going. 1,000%.
But don't we have
yeah.
to be invited?
If Rob invites us, I'm saying
Do
we
you
go.
think he will?
I can't speak for
Bucket
y'all.
or brick, Robert Horry will invite us
But
to the Hall of
listen,
Fame.
I got to be honest with you. And this might sound
Funny, Berg.
bad. It's every man for himself at that point. Okay? I'm going to go. I'm telling you right now, I will get invited.
What will you do to make sure you're invited?
Don't you worry about it. I'm just saying,
Well, will
I
it be
know what you
natural?
would
but I can't worry about anybody else. You got to fight for your own. You got to fight for your own battle.
Dick. Are you kidding? You wouldn't fight for me? We could be dates.
What?
We could be dates.
Yeah, I would. If you couldn't get an invite, I would 100% bring you. Dude, you're one of my dearest friends. I would bring you.
Literally. Okay. If I couldn't get an invite.
I'm just.
Is there anything else that needs to be discussed before I knock
I have a
out of
feeling
this dude?
you guys would get invited.
I mean, at the end of the day, I was the only one that showed up to his birthday.
I was at his wedding and his engagement party. So that was by invite. So I have a good feeling I'll make it. Yeah.
Touche.
Yeah.
MFer.
What did you go to?
MFer.
Couldn't make any of them.
Yeah.
Great friend you
But
are.
I will be. I will be at the Hall of Fame because that would be a big day.
If he keeps inviting you.
And
you
that's
know,
a bunch.
Is he going to get in? There's stupid rules. Oh, you got all this many points, and they don't value the stuff.
Are there
matters.
actual rules? Like you have to hit certain
No, but it's like, I got 500 home runs and 3,000 hits.
Shaq should be on the board.
Rudy T brought it up like out of nowhere.
Lately?
You know how
Rudy
much...
T at his own Hall of Fame induction speech. You know this. We played it before. Rudy T at his own Hall of Fame induction speech a couple years ago thanked everybody and then said Robert Horry should be in the Hall of Fame. I'm thinking Rob was like blown away. Had no idea.
That's right.
Do you think Rob will cry?
Yes. That's a bucket.
Only because it's been such an ordeal. Yeah. It's not like a slam dunk that he's going to get in. So when he does, it'll be special.
I would think like every person that goes into the Hall, man or woman, like there's an emotional moment maybe you have at some point by yourself or wherever. Maybe it's in front of your family and friends. Maybe it's not.
Yeah.
It's an emotional thing to make the Hall.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
most people crying.
Absolute culmination.
Allie, when you made the Toledo Hall of Fame, did you get teared up? Were you when they put your statue up?
I'm not in the Hall of Fame, bros.
No?
Mm-mm.
What about the statue unveiling?
I don't. It's a very large misconception because Geeter has told the entire nation. I am not. I do not have a statue.
Do you not have one?
How's that possible?
That's stupid.
No.
That place sucks.
What?
How do you not have one?
I guess you have to be good.
You're like the most
and
famous
special.
person ever went there.
I don't know.
Where Van Wert, like you and your dad should have statues. Wasn't he the principal for a long time?
Be like a father-daughter statue.
We need to go. Time to go. Thanks to you all for listening to the Lakeshow podcast.
keep on
presented
going.
by Jack in the Box. If you like what you hear, leave us a rating or review on your favorite podcast app. We want to hear from you. Send us your questions. Hit us up on X at Allie Clifton at Geeter3. Oh my goodness, at Mike Bresnahan.
Gita
Until next
yoga.
week.
Gita
yoga.
Just disgusting. He is not that flexible, by the way.
What?
He's not that flexible. I do?